Dad, where do stories come from?
Once, there were no stories. No laughter, no hope. Until one tiny hero dared to change everything. Come, sit by the hearth and let the tale begin. Long ago, in the heart of Ghana, stories were not free for everyone to tell. They belonged to Nyame, the sky god who kept them locked away like treasures in the clouds. The world was a quiet place. Every night, a clever man named Anansi watched the children stare into the fire, their dreams as empty as the sky without stars. He tried to invent tales to fill the silence, but his stories were silly and fell flat.
That's not a real story, Anansi.
You're right. I need real ones.
Anansi knew where the real ones were. All the people knew. They were the treasure of Nyame, the great sky god, kept in a golden box in his palace in the clouds. Everyone believed they were lost forever, a treasure no mortal could ever hope to win. But Anansi was not just any mortal, and as he looked up at the heavens that night, a clever, daring, and impossibly dangerous idea began to spin in his mind. That night, he told his wife his plan.
You'd challenge a god for stories.
If not me, then who? They deserve dreams.
Anansi's heart ached for the children with nothing to dream about. He knew he had to try. But how does one bargain with a god? Anansi knew he could not challenge Nyame with strength. He had no army, no great magic. All he had was his cleverness, his courage, and his web. So he spun his web and climbed higher and higher until he reached Nyame's throne.
Great Nyame, I have come to buy your stories, so the people below can share them.
Nyame looked at the tiny creature before him and let out a great laugh that rumbled like thunder.
Buy my stories, little spider. They are not for sale. But I will give them to you if you can bring me a price. You must capture Onini the Python, Osebo the Leopard, and the Mmoboro Hornets.
But that sounds impossible.
Nyame was sure he had won. The price was designed to be impossible. But as Anansi looked down and thought of the quiet children with no stories to dream of, his fear was replaced by a clever, determined spark.
A fair price. I will bring you your pets.
Anansi did not waste a moment. His mind was already spinning a web of tricks and plans. First, he would find Onini the Python.
Wasn't he scared?
Even the bravest heroes are afraid sometimes. But Anansi's wit was stronger than his fear. First, he went to the river to find Onini the Python. He didn't bring a weapon. He brought an argument.
She is right. No, she is wrong. It is definitely not longer.
What are you arguing about, Spider?
My wife says you're shorter than this branch. I say you're longer. But alas, I cannot prove it.
Onini, proud of his great size, scoffed and stretched himself out. This was Anansi's chance. He tied the python fast, but Onini nearly escaped. With one last clever knot, Anansi held him tight.
You are longer, Onini. And now you are caught.
I can't believe he really caught that huge snake!
Next, Anansi sought Osebo the Leopard. He dug a deep pit and taunted the great hunter.
You tricked me, Spider.
I only did what was needed.
He's lucky the leopard didn't escape.
Finally, the Hornets. Anansi created a fake rainstorm and offered the angry swarm shelter in his hollow gourd.
Quick, the storm is coming. Hide in this gourd.
When the last hornet flew inside, he corked it fast, their angry buzzing now a trophy.
Phew, he's so clever.
With his prizes won, Anansi began the long, weary journey home.
Maybe I wasn't meant to do this.
But then he thought of the children. He thought of a world filled with laughter and wonder, and he found the strength to climb on.
Oh, I hope he makes it.
Nyame the sky god was amazed, and so he kept his promise. From that day, laughter echoed through the village. Children dreamed of heroes. Wisdom and hope spread like wildfire. Anansi taught the first storytellers, showing them that every story is a web, and each thread is a lesson.
So even little creatures can change the world.
They really can.
And every time we tell a story, we're actually sharing one of Anansi's stories.
Exactly. And every time you listen, you help his magic grow. That's why, in Ghana, all great stories are called Anansi Sem, spider stories. And that's the power of stories. Shared by a spider, kept alive by us. What story will you share next? Next time, we leave the sun-drenched plains of Africa and journey to the haunted shores of ancient Ireland. Forget tricksters and clever games, for some stories don't have a happy ending. Some stories just have a warning. If you crave more tales that blur the line between this world and the next, join me every week in October for Spooky Season by the Hearth. From banshees to witches, each story will chill your bones and warm your heart. Subscribe and gather close. The fire's just getting started. Until next time, I am, as ever, your humble storyteller. May your nights be warm, your dreams filled with wonder, and your heart ever open to the magic of a good story.